Welcome back to the channel, everyone. In this video I'm going to show you how to get from London Gateway Port, container port, over to Tilbury Maritime, which is where sometimes you might be asked to go in, drop off or collect containers at Tilbury Docks. The drive from Gateway to Tilbury is only a short drive, maybe 15-20 minutes, and the route into Maritime is fairly straightforward, so I'm told. Never actually done it myself. I have some directions to follow, so I'll be following those and you'll see how we get on. So yeah, sit back, hold tight and enjoy the drive. If you do need a break when you're coming out of London Gateway, you do have the BP petrol station, which is only 10 minutes up the road on the A13, and that is before you get anywhere near the Tilbury turn off for the 1089, so you can go and take a break there. Now Maritime's yard apparently is directly opposite the Colina depot at Tilbury Docks. Personally, haven't been down to Tilbury Docks for what, 26-27 years. Last time I was down there was for a company called FB Atkins, based out of Findon in Derby. They were around for many years. FB Atkins were doing container work, Isle of Grain, Tilbury, Felixstowe, Liverpool docks, all over the place. But sadly they went bust around 2001, 2002, something like that. And that company ceased trading, and I haven't been anywhere near this place since I drove for them. So when we used to go to Tilbury Docks for FB Atkins, we used to just go and find a bit of wasteland, which they called their yard. I don't even think it was protected with gates or anything. It was just a bit of wasteland where we used to drop trailers and pick trailers up. So we'd run in there with a container, park it up, drop it, pick a different skelly up, and then come out. Back in days gone by, we used to carry our own winding handle for the legs, because trailers and skellies didn't have winding handles on them all the time like they do now. We certainly didn't have lenses and bulbs left on trailers because they'd have been nicked. So we used to carry our own lenses and our own bulbs for the trailers as well. So every time we swapped trailers, we actually used to have to go around and replace all of the bulbs, all of the lenses, put them all in, check them all, obviously make sure they're all working before we leave. So that was quite a lot to carry around with you back in the day, to be fair. Your winding handle, loads of spare bulbs, all different types. Obviously you might carry a screwdriver or whatever in case you need to unscrew anything to get the lenses on or off. Normally they were just rubber though, you just popped them in and popped them out. Sometimes a screwdriver was helpful for that as well, but anyway, those days have gone. That's yesteryear. This is modern day container work, and all skellies these days that we use, at least, and the job I'm doing now, all lights are still connected up, bulbs are in, lenses are screwed on. You're not allowed to touch them, in fact. Winding handles are fitted. You wouldn't be allowed to take a winding handle on and off the truck. Be against health and safety, no doubt. So yeah, was it better then? Is it better now? Less work now, that's for sure. That said, you didn't have to mess about waiting for a breakdown to come out to change a bulb. Back in the day you just did it yourself, so an argument both ways, I suggest. An argument both ways. Anyway, let's get a rattle on, let's get down the A13. The BP petrol station comes up very quickly once we join the A13, so if you do want to stop there and have a break, make sure you stop nice and early back into that left-hand lane here. You'll see I've moved into the middle lane, but you're going to need to be in the left-hand lane nice and early to make sure you don't zip by the BP petrol station, you brake and find yourself running out of time, if that affects you that way. So So here's your BP petrol station. You'll see there's a Kalina truck actually parked where you can actually dump your truck for a half an hour break. You're not supposed to park there, but many people do. I've done it myself many times. So here's your signpost. It's pretty hidden behind the foliage and the trees. Tilbury Docks, 1089, picture of a truck. Filthy road sign, but nonetheless it's there, so if you've got your eyes open you won't miss it. If I'll be able to spot where the old yard was for FB Atkins. I seem to remember it being on a bit of a junction on the right hand side. Very poorly lit as well, with wasteland. So far I'd say you'd have to be an absolute donut to get this wrong. Might end up regretting them words, eh? It could be that donut still, we'll see. Okay, so let's have a good look at this big road sign coming up. It says third exit 1089, Tilbury Docks, passenger ferry, London Cruise Terminal, Tilbury Port. That's what we want, so that's what we'll do. Asda and McDonald's on the right. Don't remember any of that before. So, exit number 1, exit number 2, exit number 3, Tilbury Docks, passenger ferry terminal. So we're heading into the dock area now, and I remember absolutely nothing as I'm looking here. It says get in the right hand lane anyway once we've gone over there, so I'm going to do that. It says to turn right into Tilbury Docks. Okay, HGVs and cars, police control. Looks like we're going over to the right because the other two lanes are out of control. And then we're looking for signs for berth 39. There's berth 39, 41 and 47 to the right. So, again, pretty self-explanatory. Little mini roundabout to go around. Speed bump as we turn down here. So yeah, I don't actually remember any of this as I'm driving in here. A lot of this industry does look like it's been here for 20 or more years, but I don't remember any of it. We do have a lot of wasteland here on the right with some trailers parked up. That's very similar to what FB Atkins yard used to look like. It is possible that that's it. It's all block paved actually now, but you see it was wasteland at one time. Could well be their old yard. Anyway, we're looking for berth 39, we're looking for Kalina, because they're in here, and Maritime's yard is somewhere opposite them. So let's keep our eyes peeled for Kalina. Yeah, there's a lot of wasteland in here, to be fair. Their particular piece of dirt could have been anywhere in here where we used to park trucks, so I really am going to be clutching at straws to remember where they used to park the trailers up. Got a truck wash on the right, some diesel pumps. Truck wash is gated off anyways. I'm not sure you can actually use that as a public truck wash. There are diesel pumps there that you could probably get away with using if you've got a suitable card. Per fleet truck wash. The gates are normally open, I guess, and you pay at the beginning before you go in. Freightliner on the right. Wasteland literally everywhere in here. On birdies, get out of my way. Width is 11.6, height 16.3, so we should be absolutely fine going through here. Just double checking that as we went through. Out, don't rush around, take your time. Like I said, I've not been in here for a very long time and I remember none of it. Power station of some form on the right. Berth 39 to 45 still round to the left, so keep following it round. Looks like you've got some parking on your left here where you can probably stop and have a break, or even have a weekend break or night out if you needed to. Right, Collina's depot's on the left. It said it's opposite Collina's depot, so we're looking for Maritime. That's Collina on the left. So where on earth is Maritime? Certainly not seeing it. Well, at this point we're actually going into Tilbury Docks itself to load a container on or come out, so that ain't right. So I'm going to spin myself around in here. Go back out and have a look, double check what this sheet of paper says. The entrance to Maritime's yard is opposite the Collina depot. Well, Collina are all on the right hand side here. That's where all the trailers are. Ah, found it. Well, that's well hidden. So in actual fact, it's down here. We've got an uncontrolled level crossing here. So we want to be very careful to make sure nothing's crossing before we go in. There's nothing crossing. And this looks to be the Maritime depot. See if there's anyone at any of these windows for me to talk to. Okay, so I've just had a quick chat with the lady in there, and she's done some stuff. She wanted the registration number of the vehicle, container number that I'm picking up, and she said to drive straight forward and I'll see bay 1. And then drive straight forward a bit further and I'll see bay 2. And today I'm loading the container out of bay 2. Apparently the forklift will meet us at bay 2, and then I can just do a U-turn, come back out the same way, and there is bay 1. I can see that. I'm just driving past that on the left. But yeah, just do a U-turn, don't need to stop at the window on the way out. She's given me a piece of paper which is a gate pass for the security as we turn into the docks itself. Okay, I can see bay 2 now. So what I'm going to do is actually, I'm not going to stop in the bay itself because that's just going to block me in. I'm just going to stop here, which will give him plenty of opportunity to put the container on. Let's just nip out and make sure all those twist locks are ready. That's all good. So I'm actually just going to reverse up a little bit, so a tiny bit too tight for him to put that on. Just make the forklift driver's job just a little bit easier, and that's it. Let's just sit here and wait for him to put it on. Okay, so we've got the container loaded, and all we need to do now is do a U-turn in the yard, head back the way we just came, don't need to stop at the window, although it says stop. Lady told me just drive straight out. So again, just coming up to this rail crossing. It is an uncontrolled crossing, so take your time as you approach it. Make sure there is nothing coming from either direction before you go over. It's also quite a rough crossing as well, so you don't really want to go flying over that. Turn left, otherwise you're turning right going into the terminal. Straight over a little speed ramp. Cleaner there on your right hand side, the depot. And that's it, job done. Follow the same route out of the docks that you used to get in. Slow down for your speed bumps. Speed limit in the port itself is 30 miles an hour. As I say, I didn't see any changes to that in the Maritime yard, but I'm pretty sure 10 miles an hour is a sensible speed to use in there. And as for FB Atkins' old yard, I haven't got a clue. Not really. It could have been anywhere on the left hand side as we're driving out here. I don't think it was anywhere on the right, though it could have been, but the units that are there look like they've been there a very long time. At least 20 years or more. So I suspect it was on some wasteland, similar to what you see on the left here as we're going by it. I don't know if anyone's watching this video online on YouTube and you've been down here back in the early 2000s and you remember where the FB Atkins yard was. Feel free to leave a comment, point me in the right direction. It's Lomas yard on the left, Lomas distribution. That looks like a potential, it really does, for where the yard used to be. Or this wasteland here on the left as I'm driving past. It's all concreted over now. You've got the police in there, but I seem to remember it being on a corner, so this corner where I'm about to go left at this roundabout, I wonder if this was where their yard was, on that corner. So that's where I seem to remember it being. The most probable place is on the left hand side here, where the exit is from the port. Anyway, see what this chap has to say when I give him this piece of paper. He lets me out. There you go, my friend. You happy with that? So security guy just wanted to check the container number matched the container number on the piece of paperwork. He was happy with that. So it says no right turn here, you've got to turn left. It's pretty good because that's the way I want to go. Onto this short dual carriageway which will take us back to the roundabout. Thoughts on doing Maritime, Tilbury Docks? Absolute doddle, piece of cake. No reason why you can't drop that into the London Gateway run like we have done today. Plenty of time. What I would say is you want about 45 minutes minimum drive time left when you leave London Gateway to drive into Tilbury, get your container on and get out and get back to Thurrock services. If you've got less than 45 minutes of drive time left, you could potentially run into problems if you run into a little bit of traffic somewhere, or you end up driving around for whatever reason, or maybe you get to West Thurrock services and you struggle to park and you have to go around a couple of times. So you want to give yourself a bit of flexibility. I'd say 45 minutes drive time, you've got plenty of time to make it work. Any less than that, and I would consider taking your break either at Gateway or at Tilbury Docks itself, depending on what drive time you've got. Anyway, enjoy the drive back to the A13. Once we get on the A13, I'll end this video. What I will say is, if you found this video useful, please do go down and give it a thumbs up. Let me know. Leave comments in the comment section. Let me know what you liked about it. Remember to tell me if you've been down here before and you remember where FB Atkins yard was. I really want to know. While you're down there, remember to subscribe to the channel. That'll let me know that you really did enjoy it, and it will encourage me to make more videos like this for you. And if you hit the bell icon, you'll get a notification next time I upload a video, so you won't miss out on any of our future uploads. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next. Ta-ra for now.